Sometimes a trip isn't just a trip. It's way more than that. It's a chance to recharge, to reconnect, and really remember what's important. So, in this explainer, we're going to follow along on a journey that Qasim Ali Shah and his team took to the beautiful region of Kalhar Kahar. Let's see how a simple getaway turned into something so much more meaningful. And really, it all starts with this. This one sentence is the absolute heart of the story. It's the whole philosophy that took a simple outing and made it a truly special experience. See, the foundation's success is built on the back of the team's hard work. So this trip wasn't just a vacation. It was a way of saying thank you and making that family bond even stronger. So, yeah, this is way more than just a travel story. It's really an explainer about how vital it is to connect with people, to rejuvenate, and to genuinely appreciate the folks you work with side by side every single day. So, how did this whole thing even get started? Well, every great journey has a beginning, right? And this one kicked off with a simple, very human need for a break. Think about it. The team at the foundation had been going full throttle for like 6 to 8 months straight. They'd poured all their energy into so many activities, and honestly, they were asking for an outing. They needed it. So the plan was set, a trip to Kalhar Kahar. And we're not talking about a small little group outing here. We're talking about a convoy of 30 people heading out on a Saturday afternoon, totally ready to escape the city. And it was a cool mix, too. You had the Foundation's core team, but several professors from the University of Lahore were also invited along, making it a really diverse group ready to just connect and unwind. Okay, so you've got this group of 30 people. Where exactly are they headed? Let's take a closer look at the destination itself, Kalhar Kahar. So after a few hours on the road, they pull up to the TDCP resort in Kalhar Kahar. And TDCP, that stands for the Tourism Development Corporation of Punjab. They're a government group that's all about promoting tourism, and let me tell you, they had arranged a fantastic welcome. Now, the resort itself is in the perfect spot. It's got all the stuff you'd expect, rooms, a restaurant, but the real showstopper is the location. It's right on the edge of the famous Kalhar Kahar Salt Lake. And this lake isn't just a pretty view. It's a whole thriving ecosystem, fed by natural springs and rainwater, and it's home to tons of different species of birds. All right, so everyone's settled in, bags are dropped off, and the first evening kicks off. And this is where the trip becomes truly memorable, where the team really started to unwind and connect on a whole new level. Okay, you have to hear about this. A huge highlight of the evening was this incredible new feature at the lake, a floating jetty. Now, picture this. It's not just some dock. It's an 8 by 10-foot platform, completely carpeted, with pillows, and it can hold about a dozen people. A boat literally tows you out to the middle of the lake, and you're just there, floating. How cool is that? And this description, wow, it just paints the perfect picture, doesn't it? From the shore in the dark with the calm lake water all around, the jetty all lit up with electric lights just looked absolutely magical. Like a glowing throne just floating on the water. It was the perfect setting for some great conversation. The whole evening just flowed so beautifully. It all started with that amazing experience out on the floating jetty. Then, from there, they came back to shore for a dinner set up in a big circle around a blazing bonfire. There was live music filling the cool night air, and the whole thing wrapped up perfectly with warm tea and traditional kahwa. And oh, the food. We have to talk about the food. The dinner was an absolute feast. They served these delicious kebabs, malai boti, and chicken karahi, all with hot rotis straight from the fire. And for dessert, a wonderful kheer. It was just the perfect meal for a perfect evening. But the adventure didn't stop there. The next day, it was time to continue. This trip wasn't just about relaxing by the lake. It was also about diving into the region's rich history and incredible natural beauty. So the next morning, the group kind of split up for a bit. After breakfast, the foundation's team went back to the lake to do some boating. Meanwhile, the professors joined Qasim Ali Shah for a special session on a topic that I think we can all relate to: work-life balance. Later in the day, they all started a hike up a nearby mountain. And of course, right as they get going, it starts to rain, which actually made the weather really cool and pleasant. But the climb was steep. Everyone was huffing and puffing, especially a close friend named Shams, who kept asking, how much higher do we have to go? It's just such a funny, relatable moment, you know? So, what was at the top of that climb? Something incredible. Turns out this area is steeped in history. All the way back in 1519, the founder of the Mughal Empire, Babur, actually camped right here on his way from Kabul to Delhi. He loved the place so much he built a garden. And get this, his soldiers carved a throne right out of the rock so he could address his army. That throne, Takht-e-Babri, is still there today. And the day wasn't over yet. The exploration continued as the group then traveled to the nearby Drabi Dam. By this point, the rain had picked up and it was coming down hard. But what's the best thing to do in a downpour? You find a rest house and enjoy hot pakoras, samosas, and fragrant tea. It totally turned the bad weather into a cozy, unforgettable experience. So, after all of this, the lake, the bonfire, the deep history, the food, the rain, what's the big takeaway? What's the core message we can pull from this entire journey? It really all boils down to this one fundamental question. Why should we go through the effort? Why get out of the city and put ourselves in the middle of these natural landscapes? Why does it actually matter? Well, the answer is actually pretty simple, but it's so profound. Spending time in nature isn't some luxury, it's a necessity. It's like hitting a reset button for your brain. It just washes away the stress and the worries, it gets rid of your fatigue, and it lets you go back to your daily life feeling completely refreshed and re-energized. And that right there brings us to the final message, and it's really a powerful call to action for all of us. Don't wait. When you get the chance, take it. Get out of the house. Show your children and your family these beautiful places that are all around us. Trust me on this one, getting close to nature will absolutely refresh your soul.